everybody. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Latanya and welcome to Latanya Planting and Drinking. Alright, taking off the glasses. Check out the lipstick. Try this purple. It's real purple. I don't know though. It's all good. And anyway, on today's video, I've been watching a lot of tubers, and they have been a couple of my favorites have put up a Where Are They Now videos, and I thought, why not? I'll do the same thing. So I'm gonna show you some previous clips of previous plants that I have bought from either Hertz or Pepper Greenhouse, and just show you how they're doing now, let you know whether or not they're still here. Spoiler alert, there's a whole bunch that aren't here anymore. But anyway, so let's just jump right into the video. Y'all want to know what I'm gonna be drinking. I'll introduce that in the next cover video, but it's probably because I really don't know right now. I'm leaning towards probably my Sauvignon Blanc, but I do have some, I can't think of the name of it. I do got some red. I honestly can't think of the name of it. But anyway, y'all, stay tuned. I'll be right back. And if this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button. And we're going to just jump right into the Where Are They Now? How are they doing? Okay, so February of 2019, I did a Pepper Greenhouse unboxing video. And so it's almost a year. So instead of me waiting, we're just going to say it is a year because honestly, we're talking a couple of weeks. So let's see. This is the first plant that I unboxed, which is my Sansevieria, cylinder Sansevieria, and let's check it out and see where it is today. Oh, it's adorable. It's in a 3-inch pot. It is a fernwood. So here's my cylinder Sansevieria. It's actually done really, really amazingly well. It's still beautiful. I actually have potted it in this glass candle holder with no drainage, and I think I need to take it out. So stay tuned for a repotting video with this one anyway. I probably have stunted its growth a little bit just by keeping it in this. And then I did this purely for aesthetic's sake. And yeah, so there we are with this one. A year later, still with me, still kicking it. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, so. Doesn't look like it's grown that much. And so I'm comparing it to the video. So I probably did stunt the growth a little bit by keeping it in here for an entire year. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a year, so it's definitely time for a repot with this one. Okay, so what's the next one? No. Oh, this is so cute. Look at that. Look at that leaf. And then you can see here, look at the back leaf color. So pretty. I don't remember what this is. This is a tapestry vine. Ooh, it has tons of roots. The next one is it's a begonia. We're just gonna call it a begonia. And that plant is no longer with us. It died within the first 7 days of me owning it. It absolutely died within the first 7 days of me. I repotted it immediately and I overwatered it. And since then, I have learned a lot about begonias. I'm not so terrified of them anymore. I may look for this plant again and order it again because I think I'm up for the challenge of it now. I no longer consider begonias diva. But unfortunately for me, that plant is gone. It is dead, y'all. R.I.P. Okay, so let me brings us to the next plant. You would ship it and not, but it's full. It's very full. So give you guys a really good look at it. Okay, so it's my red wine atlas, and ta-da! I still have her. She's not in bloom, and she's looking a little sad, but not really. She just needs to wake up. Wake up. So she'll be standing up soon. And I did such a great job. I don't want to say propagate because I struggled with these. I didn't propagate them. I ended up, there's another video, I think it's the Atlas maintenance video that I've done, and how I ended up separating the buds into 2 separate containers because I kept losing them. They kept dying back, and wouldn't bloom, but I managed to get them to come back. And the one reason why I was able to do that is because of the lighting. I figured out the best lighting in my house for these plants, and it is actually a southeast facing window. And that's where these live. So these guys, they look like they could be standing up. This one is actually stretching towards the sun, so I have a bad habit of not turning them. But actually, these plants are doing really, really well, and even in the end of January. So I am really happy with it. This is probably not the best look. It looks like they're slouching now, but I promise you this is going to perk up. In fact, I'll put a clip in when they do perk up later today. They'll be perked up in a couple of hours. Okay. Now that doesn't mean to say that I don't lose flowers with them, because I do. I lose flowers with them, leaves with them all the time. Like here's one right here. And that has a lot to do with my change of weather. My weather is so funky here. Global warming, y'all, is real. We drop drastic temperatures. And this plant has adjusted well to it. And so but it's also on, I would say this plant is on a watering schedule. I water this plant once a week. And it does really well with that one. Once a week for me is literally every Thursday with this plant. And maybe less if it tells me. But yep, it's doing great. I'll put in a clip with it fully, I don't know, with it fully standing up. Probably should have waited to do this video. And I actually love this plant, so yay me, because I don't care. I did a good job. Okay, looks like there's a spider plant. Oh yeah, absolutely no damage. Oh wait, I take that back. There's a little bit of damage like that, but I think that had nothing it could be doing. But it's very happy. It's happy. I hate the ends of these plants. No matter what I do, I seem to have these frizzled ends. This is probably the happiest of this variegated plant that I have. This is what it looks like a year later. That's just one stalks in there. It has actually split it off into 2. I think I can divide this by 2 now. This is a great plant. I love it. It does really well in this room. And I think one of the reasons why it does so well in this room is because of the humidity I keep with it. Because this particular variegated spider is very temperamental. I've lost a couple of them. This is the one from Pepper Mills greenhouse, and I have cut off some babies from it and tried to propagate them as well. And they have not fared as good in other parts of the house. But I can't keep this room filled with plants. I don't want to anyway. This is my diva plant relaxation room. So, yep, that's where we at with this one. I am a year later. This spider plant is doing awesome. Okay, so just set that back down on the bench. Oh, next up is my It's a Jacob ladder. Okay. I did not bring that plant up here. Hold on, everyone. Y'all, it's a Jacob ladder. It's a Jacob ladder. Not on my wish list, but that's just because I was dumb, because this should have been on here, because it's so cool. It's so cool. Oh, and it has different. Okay. So that's what my Jacob ladder looks like when I first got it. And this is what it looks like now. So, yeah. As you can see, she's had a few problems. She lost a lot of leaves. The number one thing with any plant, in my opinion, is the number one killer of any plant, in my opinion. People say overwatering is a sure sign of killing it. No, not for me. For me, it is neglect. Neglect, neglect, neglect. I've neglected my plants probably the last 3 months really, really bad. And it's because I'm sort of I flow with the season. So in spring and summer, I'm down there in my main room, and you know, hey, it's warm, it's light, fans are going. You see a lot of videos from me sitting downstairs on that floor, and I'm just enjoying life. When the fall starts to roll in, I migrate to my bedroom. I migrate to this room. I control my heat system more, and I'm spending a lot more time upstairs. The problem is my plants don't gravitate with me. So they'll stay on that second floor, and I may pop in on them once a week, and now I'm not getting them all. I'm just getting a few, like my Monstera. I'll get that. I'll get my Cebu Blue Pothos and make sure that's okay. But I'm not really giving them 100%, especially over the last 3 months. And a lot of my plants have suffered from it. This Jacob ladder is one of them. All the leaves from this side is missing. Excuse me. But what it has done, and you see there's some lots of yellowing, but what it has done over the past year is it's starting to vine off. And up here as well, where it's putting out extra leaves, and you see there's some dead leaves right here. But right here, I don't know, this, I would call this a kiki or something, but right here it looks like it's about to branch off a new plant. So it is surviving the best way it knows how. This plant has been underwatered. This plant has, let me check it. Can you guys see that? Okay, so right now, I am not going to water it. I will let this plant completely dry out. And so, this is that yellowing you're seeing. Excuse me. That yellowing that you're seeing, this is actually coming from me letting it completely dry out, then forgetting about it, and like, oh my God, I forgot to water my plant. Go back in, water it, and water it, and I end up overwatering it, and now you're seeing that's what that yellow leafing is from. It's because the plant was briefly overwatered. So if I can get myself together and stop neglecting this plant will probably be in a much better shape. But I think it looks really good for what it has been through compared to when I bought it, and then how it looks today. And it's only really been neglected the last 3 months. And as a result, I've lost some leaves. It has gotten taller. It has branched off. It has branched off here at the bottom as well. I think it will continue to branch off. I really do love this plant. Ooh. And I think probably the best thing I can do for it is put it up here, because if I don't, I probably won't pay attention to it until March. I don't know. We'll see. So there's that plant. So that is my Jacob ladder, and it's still alive. It is still alive after a year, and it's pretty good. I think it is. I think it is. If you guys think the Jacob ladder is doing really well as well, Give me a thumbs up. Let me know, because I think it looks really cool right now. So let me go. Real quick, did an unboxing last week. The Sedum miniature. Here it is. I paid 99 cents for this. I was complaining that it was really, really moist, and turns out I guess it needed to be. So, because it's thin, and you guys know my miking did survive, but it became very leggy over it, and it's because the root system grew really fast with the container that it was in, and it needed to be repotted. And so it doesn't look like it's in the best shape compared to this. I'm just going to insert an actual clip of what it looks like today, because I don't feel like getting it. But this is what it looks like today. I bought 2 more micins, and I put them in there, and I left the leggy part down. I'm going to do a whole video on micin philodendron maintenance, particularly that philodendron, because that sucker's a toughie. I don't care what anyone says. It's a toughie. It gets you. So stay tuned. I'll probably do that at the end of next month, because I just want to make sure I get my research right on it, and I want to make sure that what I'm doing with it now is actually the right things. I don't want to come to you guys with some misinformation, so I'm going to wait until the end of February when I'm really confident about the things that I've done with this plant, and then I'll be giving you an exclusive video on care of my micin philodendron, everything that I have learned over the past year of owning that plant, because I can honestly say that this particular plant was not neglected. It may have been overloved though. So let's see. Opening up the... Okay, so this is my Monstera fragicus stock. I'll try to insert the name up. This plant was a very difficult plant for me. I still have it. I ended up trying to save it by propagating it, and that ended up working. It's not one of my favorite plants. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I got it because it's a vining plant, but it is... that plant, I'm probably going to do some experimenting over the summer and see if I can get it to bush, be like a lot more bushy plant, because it came to me leggy, it stayed leggy, it kept having yellowing leaves, and it kept getting down, and I repotted it. With this plant, I don't think it was all just ignorance. I just think that the environment that it was in was just not a happy environment for it. I still have it. It's still recovering. After a year, I'll insert a clip, because I'm not going to get this one because it's in a container with my queen pothos, and that's really has helped that plant to vine a lot more. So I don't know why, but they seem to be doing really good together. I'm leaving them there. They're not a bush. It's not a bushy plant right now. It's more of a vining plant. I'm going to see if I can make it a bushy plant. But it came in. I have no problems with Pepper Greenhouse. It actually came in very green, very healthy. All of the plants did. And for the most part, they stayed that way. A lot of it was just me seeing something pretty and wanting it and not really knowing how to take care of it at the time. What we got? What we got next? Oh, I know which one this is. There are plants that you just, no matter how much you try, this was on a wish list of mine. A year later, I still have it. Look at it. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Ferns are my Achilles heel. This may be another plant that this plant needs some humidity, so I know what I'm going to do. Come summertime, this plant is going to go outside spring and summer, because it gets very humid here, and it will stay outside on my patio, and it will probably remain out there. I'm probably going to take it, yeah, because I see some roots. So I see some roots, so I'm probably going to repot this. I'm probably going to repot it today if I have a big enough container for it. And yeah, to see if that helps it. Ferns, all ferns. I love ferns. I love them. But I suck at caring for them. Okay, so that's it. I suck for caring for them. So if you can look at how lush and green it was compared to the way it looks now, I mean, honestly. Okay, so next up, what is the name of this? I forget the name of this one. Orange Spike Mangonella, which I had lost the label for that, and it never occurred to me to go back and look at a video. I still have this plant. It's doing okay. It's not doing great. It doesn't look much different than it does in this video. I'm going to just insert a picture of it because I keep it in my master bathroom, and right now my husband is in the bathroom, so I can't go get it. I didn't prep ahead of time, but I will insert a picture of this plant in comparison to how it looks when I first bought it from a year later. It pretty much looks the same. I probably need to dig in and do some research on it and just, you know, try to make these plants more of my own. So I think that might have been the last one. So back. I'm glad I did this, just going back and looking at this one of my my videos from last year from my haul, because I was actually kind of beating myself up on it. But the truth of the matter, out of this haul from Grepper Pepper Greenhouse, I lost only one plant. I still have the rest of the plants. Now, they're not all doing in the best condition that they possibly can be in, but some of them are doing really, really well. Like my spider plant is doing well. My Atlas here is doing well. I know it doesn't look like it, but it really is. It's doing well. So, and those two are going to end up going back downstairs in their south-facing window. I think what I'm going to take away from this video is that I'm not going to be doing too many plant hauls because I'm not going to be buying a lot of plants. I think it's time for me to just really dig in and focus on care and maintenance of the plants that I have, and just making sure that they're getting what they need. And so I'm going to put myself on a little bit, I'm not going to say a plant freeze, and I'm not saying I'm not going to go out and look for plants. What I'm saying is, I am not going to be, you don't expect a lot of videos, plant haul videos from me this year. There's just not going to be a lot of plant haul videos. What you can expect from me is a lot of care and maintenance, because this is a growing journey, learning channel, and just so I'm learning, you're learning with me, you're teaching me, hopefully I'm teaching you. So yeah, this is going to be a fun year, 2020. For me, 2020 is going to be great, and I think in all of my videos, I'm just going to make sure I continue to give you a featured plant. In this video, my featured plant was this beautiful Syngonium that I have recently purchased at my local grocery store, Food Lions, and for $10, this plant is doing amazingly well so far, and I'm going to come back with another video, probably with some repotting videos. I have a bunch of, I don't know when I'm going to repot. I want it to be my snake plants. I have a bunch of Santaveras that it's time to upcycle them into a new pot, and I'm definitely going to be doing that. But I also have a fern that I just looked at that I need to repot it, so I might have to go off to a couple of stores and pick up some planters first. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. More videos to come, and I will see you next time for, let me see if I don't think I can get them in. For Lasagna's planting and drinking. Bye, y'all.